January the 28th, 2019. The police just left after the break-in. They gave me contact information of the state attorney and other numbers, and they said that this is so high up, it's out of their ballpark. I said, when you get into government affiliates and skulls and film companies and estranged stepkids and special forces, they said this is a matter that's too complicated for the police to handle. I've heard this for several years. They always tell me in the past, call the FBI, and the FBI always says call the police. I had a forensic detective that was more advanced than any of the computer people in the forensic departments anywhere in the United States 15 years ago. His name is Mark Alcock. He was telling me how the things that were happening in my computer were something that was too advanced for any forensic detective group and any police agency to handle. And it took the police forever to catch on. I remember when I took my hard drives to the local feds. I said, look, I pitched my script to a guy named Andy Cohen, and then this movie comes out, and I said, I want you to know there's a synopsis that I gave him, and at the bottom of my synopsis it talks about Curiosity killed the cat, and I said, he's doing everything to me over the computer that he does to Diane Lang's character. I said, he's a part of this group. And I said, I also did a story about finding where the devil's remains were and where he was cast down. Well, he came out with the Mummy King the year of my birthday. No one had ever done that before. I was the first one that came up with that original idea. But I know later that he became Saul's agent after Saul took an interest in me. And for some reason, George Clooney picked up Saul's work, Midnight Voices, and Andy Cohen had pitched work to him. But somehow George Clooney got my work that only Andy Cohen and John saw, and Jack Canfield and people from the My Writers Conference had viewed the synopsis. But I never gave them the godsend. That was hacked from my computer. Oh God, my face is blood red. I'm burning hot. I've never done this. See, I got a threatening thing yesterday. It said Nightshade. Nightshade's John Saw's book. And then I saw a bottle, and it said, on the picture, another picture said poison. Then I get another message of Hillary Clinton that says poison. Then I get another message today, like that they're trying to make me think from John Saul. This is Nightshade. In Nightshade, people are losing their minds and they think it's amnesia. Somebody kills someone in a hunting thing and shoots them on their property and makes it look like an accident. They threatened to do that to me. They sent me pictures of the hunters here, the deer group hunters, deer hunters. They're hunting deer in the book, shooting someone. And then putting somebody's mind in a daze to where they don't know if they committed the crime or not, but their people are being shot, and they're making it look like it was an accident, a hunting accident, and they say they wouldn't do that here if I stay in my home. Look at my face. You guys know me. It's never turned blood red like this, and I'm burning. I'm just burning. Well, look at this. I never break out. Look at this. This is just happening right now. They said they wanted to melt the skin melt off my face. They're blinding. Oh my God, you should see how blind I am today from yesterday. It was absolutely horrible. I was trying to look, and I was like this. I've never done this before. Just trying to see big things. I was in the store, and I was going like this. That's how bad they blinded me last night, and my eyes were blood red when I woke up. And they were attacking my neck. Like in that movie, they attack people's necks and break it in their sleep. Mara. And you saw that stuff was at my computer. Even the pictures they put in the movie last night, they were doing that to my neck, to where I had first I had numbness in my sleep, the paralysis. They say the paralysis. Well, the tingles were affecting me all day, and my hands were going numb, and my arms from what they did in my neck. That's what they did. It's a threat. It's a threat. They just want me to leave my home and my money and everything. They're doing this and telling me I'm gonna die after all the things they stole from me. But he's telling me, the police are telling me that this is so high up, and so lo and behold, when I took my hard drives to the FBI in this town, I said, you will see conversations I have with these people. You see conversations that I have before they appear in movies. I said, check the guy who did the movie Untraceable. They says, well, coincidentally, we're already checking him because he's very suspicious to us, the way his mind thinks. They actually revealed this information to me. So my friend Mark Alcock, now if it's true or not, Mark Alcock told me when he got my hard drive, he said, sure, you're not going to believe this. I was asked by the FBI in California to check this guy out and see if he could really be a serial killer, or if he's capable of doing the things in this movie It's called, I'm so messed up. You know, I know this, but they've just wiped my brain out. They've been wiping it out. It's a movie that has Diane Lane in it, and she's a CIA agent, and she's being stalked just like me. This guy's skilled in military. He's controlling her car. Like they knocked me out at my car. They have shut it off. I've been just shut down my electric car. It's bad. It's like computer operated. But her car is starting to be attacked by the weapons. Well, she's being in this cat and mouse hunt game just like me. And in the beginning, like in a John Saul book, they kill an animal at the beginning of this. It just shows this club's working together. Well, the FBI and Mark Alcock both said this guy, for his mind to work this way, he's highly suspicious. What a bunch of bullshit. I found out months later that before this movie was done, the FBI took them on a personal tour of their complex. He wanted to get into the FBI building and see everything. And his name's Andy Cohen, Grade A Entertainment, and he gave me his personal phone number, his home phone number, the last time I was at a conference. And I have called him numerous times. His voicemail never calls me back. But he had a Facebook page several years ago with all kinds of contacts. And when I went on his page and wrote him, he took down his Facebook page, deleted all of his contacts, which was very suspicious. Later, John Sau's kissing up to him after he says he'll help him. See, John never had his foot in the door of Hollywood. They tried one movie and it didn't do well. So later, John and Michael say they're trying to get their foot in the door of Hollywood. And then I said to Michael, well, I hope you guys don't kill kids in your movies like you do in your books. I said, because I don't want you to start a trend in Hollywood. They could be really bad. Please don't do that. Well, the movie Hostel comes out where they use my synopsis to abduct people in a hostel and do things. That was at my personal website. Lionsgate did it, and the Lionsgate sent me a trailer before I ever knew the movie was filmed with a banner. It had soldiers coming into a place that looks like the school next door and then getting ambushed and explosive go off. And right when they sent me that, my hard drive blew out and they deleted my personal website. But there was the connection. Hostel, the Hunt Club that's in John's book, Manhattan Hunt Club, shows this is all a criminal outfit. It's probably Illuminati. Everything's connected. And I have been fighting this battle ever since. So another thing, a guy online named Mustafa, he seems really nice. I don't know if he's really Muslim or not. He wrote me. He wanted me to see something they had put on a DVD cover, and he wanted me to see when Andy Cohen had released the movie, this movie. I wish I could think of it. My brain's shot. But it was with the movie with Sandra Bullock, Premonition. And it was a double box DVD set they released at Christmas. And Mustafa wanted me to see, said, that's your face on that box. It's not Sandra Bullock's. Where the eyes are in the trees. It's like a sketch. And he said, that's you. Coincidentally, it was in a double box set with Andy Cohen's movie with Sandra Bullock that had my closing of my synopsis. That synopsis that he had in his possession is the only script I pitched to him, and it was actually in the theater listing. When you go to see the movie as the synopsis of the movie, part of my synopsis that he used, he had kept it in his possession for quite a few years, was there. I noticed that stuff that had been on my computers was later every bit used. It took them quite a few years to use. I had tons of material. I'd spent my whole life writing every day. I was a dedicated writer, sometimes 12 hours a day, take maybe a half an hour break. That's what a dedicated writer I've always been. That was my passion. I'm going blind now. They blind me. They cripple me. They're destroying my internal organs because they're the thieves. You know, and I have been everywhere. There's nothing in the world I couldn't do. Investing over $250,000, you know, going to every detective agency, police, and them crippling my father and giving him a heart attack. There's nothing I couldn't do. The law enforcement didn't do their job. The FBI didn't do their job. The CIA didn't do their job. Homeland Security didn't do their job. On down, every government group. because every time you go to one government group, they said that's not our department. Then you go to another government group, they say that's not our department. And then while they're stealing the whole world, I got Mark Alcock telling me no one is skilled enough. Now, he's working for the FBI in Washington, he told me. He was working with the CIA in California at the time. He said none of the CIA and the FBI is skilled as he is. They didn't have his degree and his training of years of experience. He said he had to go work and teach them how the criminals work. So that proves when they were hacking my computers using their affiliates at Microsoft, everywhere, Google, they stole the world. And I always said, first week I was in Cyberworld, whoever can figure this out is gonna conquer the world, because criminals like darkness. They like deception in a way you can't reveal their crime. They're evil. They like to do things undetected. I said, this is the way the devil works, the way the cyber world thing works. It just eating me alive for like 2 or 3 years. I kept saying, how are the criminals going to use this to their advantage? It's only going to be a matter of time. What mastermind is going to use this to conquer the human race? And my premonition is just saying, this is going to be done. This is dangerous. This is the point of no return, opening Pandora's box. This is just dangerous. And I kept saying, this could be the end of the world. I just kept thinking it. Something kept telling me, if some dark mind knew how to use it to their advantage, they would steal the whole world. The whole time they were doing it before I put the pieces together. But they were using me all along. And now they're hacking people's brain just like a computer. God, look at my face getting redder and redder. Something has to be in this house that wasn't here when I left. They said it's a poison. Look at my face. There's you know me, all these videos, it's never done this. And I'm burning up. So there's definitely something secretive they put in here when they were here. You know, they could have put it in my food too. And I haven't eaten or drank anything since I've been home. But there's more information I want to give you, because I've got oodles of information. And I mean, it was in this double box set. Look for the movie with Diane Lang, and she's got a daughter in it. She's an FBI agent, and this killer has got her at the end of his web, the cyber web, like me. And all these people that these people network with have built ties with criminals around the world, even Japan. I noticed the people that stole from me all had originally worked at Warner Brothers. Clooney's company's at Warner Brothers. His brother's a lawyer. Well, they had all been with Warner Brothers. Even Angelina Jolie is a part of this, I guess, Illuminati, Warner Brother, friends with Clooney. She went, and Clooney went, and even Ron Howard was there for a while. And all these people, even Andy Cohen, went to work for Sony at the same time after Warner Brothers. And then I noticed one of my witch stories was lifted and used in Book of Lost Memories, with streets named after Saw and King and Rice. You know, none of these horror writers and these film people ever gave me a stitch. All those movies, all those books. They said they used my genius ideas to build this empire. Games galore, books and movies. And they're still, look how many movies they got from me on Facebook the past year and the year and a half. Three. Right on my Facebook page. Get Out. Mara. What's the other one? Mara. Bullitt County. And there's one or two others. That's not the only ones. There's one or two others. And they torture me. And they're killing me. And there's no hope. Because I always had their number down. And they hated me for being able to always be several steps ahead of them, that always knew. God always let me know. And their whole idea, they think, is to make me evil. It's all to them about winning, but they say I always win. And they say I always beat them. And I always tell them I never played. And you know, I have to take my little dog everywhere. She's 11 years, just turned 11. And you know, I'm such a devoted mommy that I leave her with a babysitter. If only maybe no more than 3 times in her life have I had to run an errand real fast that I have gotten brave enough to leave her. But it took over 10 years before I would ever leave my baby. 10 years to even make her small errand. Because the night they tried to kill me in the East End, they wanted a movie script. And I was at the Apple store. They had locked me on my computer, and I was trying to get Apple to get me back on to let me have the movie script. And they tried to run me down in my car. That same night, Devil Worshippers, it was October, broke into my house. They bashed my black cat in the head. They stuck her in a cage and turned it upside down. They tried to sandwich me between 2 cars, and then one of them tried to ram me. And ever since then, I am scared to leave her at home because I don't want it to happen to her. So they know I got my nerve tonight. I went to Walmart, and while I was there, these people followed me. And they attacked my head because today I was talking to my friends in Russia. I was going to Dmitry Medvedev's page and Vladimir Putin's page, and I said to them, I said, please, guys, I cannot make a living in this country. You know, they used my ideas that I gave to Dmitry Medvedev about the opening of Disney World Moscow. They used it, my ideas. And then when I asked Dmitry Medvedev at his government site, could you use this Russian guy I found online to be like a spokesperson for Russia because he needs the money. He's got like some kid health problems. He's got a beautiful little girl. Can you help him get a job? They used him as a reporter for the Fergsburg Summit. Russia is working with me. My American government has never given me a penny. They have never stopped these attacks. And even though they use everything, they will not protect me from these criminals. And they will not. And Russia, when I write my Dmitry Medvedev and I say, will you use this? Both times he used the things I asked him to do for me. And they're calling me a Russian spy. I'm not a spy. Because what happened was, whenever all these film people were in my computer, and they were hacking, and they were high up, when Russia got in my computer, which I assume it was Russia, I'm not sure, because all I know is they're calling me a spy, our government is, and it was during the Olympics. Right before the Olympics, like a month before, I started going to the Olympic page. I was really excited. I wanted to go to the Olympics. I bought a ticket to Russia. Well, that's how I got linked to the foreign leaders, because when I went to the Olympic sites, there were all these people there sending me invites to the fan pages of the presidents. So I went to the fan pages of the presidents. Next thing I know, I'm getting people that have friends that are in the Russian government. One guy was living in Greece, and the other guy who sent me an invite, Vic or VC, he was with Warner Brothers, and he worked at Warner Brothers in Ukraine. He got a VIP pass to the Olympics. I got pictures of him at the Olympics VIP. Warner Brothers, he's the one, he started contacting me. He sent me a picture of an aristocrat in a castle, and this beautiful maiden that had a baby of a real fancy rich person that he wanted me to join, I guess, Warner Brothers. And he said, you can have a baby, you can be this aristocrat. You know, they had this plan years ago. And something happened. I got very suspicious of him when I saw him taking pictures of satellite dishes on buildings. They were putting satellite dishes all over the buildings in Ukraine. And he was having pictures taken with women dressed like pirates, all the pirates in Ukraine. And I said, wait a minute. If Ukraine is being invaded and you work for Warner Brothers and you're interested in that little beautiful little Russian skater that won the gold, and you're talking about trying to get her in movies and stuff, what the hell is the tie you have? I said, are you working against Russia? Why are you getting VIP passes, but yet you represent skulls and pirates, and you work for the Warner Brothers, and you're trying to get me to join this Illuminati? They're sending me songs like Sherry, Sherry, Baby, Modern Talking, To Know You Is to Love You, other songs by Modern Talking, trying to get me to join this group. And they know I refuse. It's not fair for someone to take an interest in me and do all these things in the shadows when I never wanted fame. Never. All I wanted was my sacred world with God. I'm a writer. I'm a wallflower. I love to write. That was my private sacred sanctuary, my space, without perverts, psychopaths, thieves, film people, killers. No. That's why God gave me this gift, because it was my sacred domain. But worse than that, they invaded my mind with like this NASA stuff. They're hacking my brain, and they're giving me this sleep paralysis. They're attacking me. They're shortening my lifespan. And stranger than that, the people following me at the store were attacking my brain because they knew today, after I left messages for Vladimir Putin and Dmitry Medvedev, ask him to please hire me to work for them because I feel peace with them, because I don't feel that these people, they hate me, that they don't want to use me. They will use my stuff if I ask them to. And these people sneak and do it. They sneak and do it. These people that are doing it, they sneak. At least they respect me enough in Russia that they treat me respectfully. These psychopaths here. They got some kind of group that think they're a gay cult. And now I'm receiving stuff, Tim Burton say, I want to marry you, I want to kill you, and John Saul. Now, is this really them, or is it an impersonator? But they're telling me, you just don't know the power we have. We can kill you tomorrow. We're just going to have you arrested and locked away like they do in John Saul's books and games, and then we're going to possess you and rape you and impregnate you and steal your baby. They're telling me this shit. But today, I went and I was leaving messages for Dmitry Medvedev, and I asked if they could hire me to work here in America, because Vladimir Putin had his own PR group here. Vladimir Putin had his people. If he can pay other people to work for him, then there's no law against me working here for him or Dmitry Medvedev. There's no crime against that at all. My brain, they won't let me use my thoughts anymore. They said they're giving me a lobotomy because I won't bow down to these people that are interested in me. I'm not interested in them. You dogged me. I hate you. You did terrible crimes. But for some reason, I get this very powerful energy when I'm around these two Russian men. There's some kind of chemistry there, buddy. It's strong. And I get nothing but brilliant ideas. Because once I turn off my interests, you'll never get another good idea from me. So what they do is they attack me and make my life a hell. So I have to react. So I have to think. So then I share it, because I can't just keep this bottled up. I go insane. I had a psychiatrist here and a half. I was talking on the phone to keep from going nuts. And they interfered in that conversation. They started making it where I couldn't talk to him on the phone, and he's in California. So I'd pay him money, and I say, I got to hang up. They're intercepting this call. But I don't care. If Vladimir Putin or Dmitry are part of the Illuminati, it doesn't matter. The thing is, if they want me to be productive, and they want me to be a business-like, rather than just trying to kill me, I have to be with people that I look up to, that I value. And I think these men work their asses off. They're highly intelligent. They're people. They're not a bunch of drug-ass, crazy thugs. I mean, if they're thugs, they're classy is all I can say. They're too smart to do the stupid, unprofessional shit these people are following me in this country. And they know you're not going to get anything out of me if you don't treat me nice, if you don't treat me with respect. You're not going to get anything. But this group here hates me so much for exposing them, they'd rather slowly kill me than make the money. So I went and I got a new Pinterest page, and I connected it to my other page that I'm using to come up with ideas and new material. And the only person I have on that page that I've added is the professional page of Dmitry Medvedev. And already today, I feel like a new person. I feel like, oh my God, there's hope. There might be some chance I can be a professional person. I can write new material. Boom. I had like 50 different photography sites I added today. I was learning about lighting, about photography web pages, getting new clients. I was learning about how to do professional work for YouTube. And I was just really feeling good about life again, thinking there's a possibility I can live the life I always wanted, and all I ever wanted was to be left alone, be a dreamer, a hermit, and create. I was never any of these things. I wasn't worldly. I wasn't money-seeking. I just like to grow, and I grow through my closest to God and through my writing and through the knowledge I get through exploring the universe. Nothing man could give me. But I was there today, so they were following me to the store. They were attacking my brain. And they're sending me NASA stuff. And I noticed these new shirts, NASA, at Walmart when I'm grocery shopping. And I'm thinking, now they got NASA people going all over these different countries that have the most satellites. They're networking. They're hacking people's brains, people. They're hacking people's brains. It's like the movie in Metropolis. And people don't know that they're being invaded. They're being given lobotomies. They're being made violent. They're being made sick. They're giving them strokes. They're giving so many people in this country, this state now. They said an outbreak of young people getting Alzheimer's in my town. They're knocking people out, causing automobile accidents like they've done with me. And if I don't join this group, they said they're going to kill me. But you don't know That's why you see the spider webs and stuff, and the pirates, that they're killing you with the mine weapons and with their pirates and with their local armies that could sneak into your house, listen to everything you say, put surveillance anywhere, poison your food, give you heart attacks, shots. My cousin died. Poison you in your home, put stuff in your food. It's real, guys. It's real. And there's no protection. There's no defense. Not from these weapons. I've tried aluminum. I've tried copper. They can shut your communication down anytime where you can't call for help. They hear everything you say. If you're going to go to the police and you got a crime against somebody, they know what your evidence is. They can hack all your attorneys' pages, everything. They hear everything in a court of law that's going to be used. They hear everything. They hear everything, and they'll use it against you. They're killing me and getting away with it. In all these years, I have no defense, and my health is failing. And they think I'm at the end of their leash. And they said, if I don't be their slave and degrade myself and tramp myself out and do whatever they say and lose my mind, I'm going to be murdered, hauled off to jail or put in an institution, and die.